That's a really great question because red and droopy and eye discharge are all eye symptoms that are based on what's going on. In the full context of Pug's life, the treatment will depend on the underlying cause. The most common cause for red droopy eyes be like a conjunctivitis or an irritation or inflammation of the tissues around the eye. Another cause is something called Horner syndrome, which doesn't usually cause redness, but certainly droopiness of the eyelids. But, regardless of the individual symptom, treatment will vary depending on if you do identify an underlying cause. The symptoms of redness and droopiness and eye discharge and other eye symptoms can be symptomatically treated by using lubricating eye drops. My favorite are the Oculenus, which is a hyaluronic acid containing eye drop that's just very lubricating. I usually recommend warm compressing the eye, which dilates the blood vessels and helps it heal just prior to dropping in the drops. But if it's acute problem, if it's causing your dog any discomfort, then I would go first to your vet to rule out anything in the eye. If it turns out that it's just general inflammation of unknown origin, then the treatment is usually to support the eye with the hot compresses and lubricating drops 2-3 times a day. If along with that itching, scratching at the eye is an issue, then you do want to keep a close eye to make sure that your dog doesn't scratch the cornea of the eye, which is why it's good to go to the vet to make sure there is no scratch and, make a diagnosis as best as possible. The treatment will be based on that. But the symptom of redness and droopiness or any other eye symptom is due to some underlying cause, and my preference is to identify if there is any physiologic cause for the symptom, and if not, then treat the underlying energetic imbalance or proposed energetic imbalance. We know there's a physiologic imbalance of cells, but my understanding from observation is that any symptom is a result of an energetic imbalance in the body that may or may not be reflected in a diagnosis per se or a specific treatment. What I do recommend is read more about our conception of the vitality or the energy of symptoms and the way the body works in the free Holistic Fundamentals course over at Holistic Actions. Hi, Jeff Hyman, licensed veterinarian from Holistic Actions, here answering parent questions.